Bonus segment. I'm recording this on my other phone, so please pardon the quality of this. So for this bonus segment, I'm gonna be talking about like west to northeast express-ish services. I mean, currently there are none. There was supposed to be one, but then in the end they slashed it and then compensated with 974 for just that like short sector. So 500 was supposed to be an express service from west to northeast. In the past, we have 502 from in the past it was like Boon Lay to Sengkang, but this one SBS Transit called it because NEL. But I'm gonna be talking about why this one is not the most practical. The only practical suggestion that I've thought of, and one that is like under internal discussion right now, is actually 171, which is like from Tengah to Bukit Panjang, and then Mandai to Yishun. So this is the part of the service that is under internal discussion, like the whole extension to Tengah, because right now Tengah is like quite poorly connected. So with regards to the extension to the northeast, I do understand that like if you use SLE, it's like you have to go up and then you have to like go down again, which is not the most practical. So the only realistic way to extend such a service, like in the case of 171 to Punggol, is, you know, after Yishun, you have to like somehow make it go via Avenue 1 across the dam. Okay, like Avenue 1 across the dam, and then you have to make it go upwards to Seletar North Link. And then from there on, you can choose to send it up to North Shore or like down to Punggol Central, and that's kind of the only feasible way to design an express service, because I mean not an express service but a link from the west, cause Tengah is west. It touches Bukit Batok Road. Actually no, it doesn't have to touch Bukit Batok Road, as long as it touches Choa Chu Kang Road. If I'm not mistaken, it's like Teck Whye Phoenix Station. As long as you touch either of these, you're good to go, because you access, like you can have access to like many other different services, like I don't know, 180, 985, 160, stuff like that. So yeah. And what was I about to say? Okay, yeah, so the whole concept of this service is, so the main purpose of this service, it doesn't necessarily have to be express. It is just to link the west and northeast, be it Punggol Coast or Punggol Central, which is where Punggol MRT is. It's just to link them. Because the other like alternative way you could link them with a new bus service, not 171, is via Choa Chu Kang, somewhere near UT. You go via like North 6 or 5, and then you go cut straight through Mandai. That's another way. The reason why the options are so limited is because, okay, let me just draw PIE. Adam Road gets congested. Thomson Road gets congested. Toa Payoh, yes, you can let it cut through Toa Payoh, but like Braddell Road in particular gets congested. Obviously CTE gets congested. And St. Andrews Slip Road, Upper Serangoon Road gets congested as well. This one by far is probably the worst. Okay, maybe this one is quite bad as well, but yeah. And then MacPherson, if you want to go let it run via MacPherson, it also runs into the same issue. You have to use St. Andrews Slip Road. And then further east of PIE, yes, I have considered that. Aljunied Road it just runs under. It used to be an intersection, but ever since PIE was being built, like from Jalan Koyam Air, it got converted into PIE. There was a viaduct, and Aljunied Road was no longer accessible. Paya Lebar Road jam prone. The only option if you want a west to north service is to run it via Jalan Eunos, and then Eunos Link, and up Hougang Avenue 3. Yeah, it kind of like duplicates 151 a little bit, but it's like conceptually, if you want such a service, you have to make like a big detour to avoid all the jams. And then your fare box recovery rate is gonna plummet down the cliff as well. Yes, KPE, not feasible. That area gets jammed up a lot. So no. So like I said before, I mean obviously for Woodlands to Punggol, like, you know, Punggol North area, yeah, you can have a new service that kind of like is a something similar to 161 or 168, just that it doesn't use the expressway, but the general direction is from north to northeast. Yeah, you can have such a service, but I mean, it is possible. Like, if you run it via, like, you know, Canberra and then Yishun Avenue 8, I mean, that general stretch to Punggol area, yes, that's possible. But since this video is talking about west to northeast, I wouldn't really count services that originate from like Woodlands. But as for services that are from west, really, it's just tengah. Without making it too long, I mean, the BC welfare thing, under 2 hours and stuff like that, it is only via Choa Chu Kang UT or Tengah, CCK, a little bit of CCK, Choa Chu Kang, Bukit Panjang, and then Mandai. So there are literally only two ways when you want a west to northeast service, because west to northeast, like I've explained in the previous video, it is like really, really niche demand, and frankly speaking, not a lot of people are gonna like really use the service unless you can somewhat justify that SIT is the sit down university at Punggol, unless you can justify that there's like enough demand from over there across to like the west of Singapore, then unless you can justify this, there is literally no reason for you to just make a west to northeast either trunk or express bus service. These are just the limitations. It's not worth your money. So for those of you who are like suggesting that, you know, stuff like this should be extended via like Potong Pasir, Woodley, I don't know, Serangoon, Kovan, Hougang, Buangkok, Sengkang, Punggol, Punggol Coast, or even if you just want to send it to Bangkok, it is entirely not feasible, because I mean, like, it is impossible to convert that area to like just bus only lanes, and the fact that like these areas are so prone to like congestion, it's like choked up, clogged up by traffic and stuff like that. Even 676 struggles. It is just not possible to find a way to extend such services to like the northeast in general.